So, UFC Fight Night Bautista versus Olivera is here. First fight night of the year. And I, King here MMA, will be discussing this fight night, picks and odds. But before we start, the Instagram is live. We are trying to hit 100. That would be sick. But yeah, let's get right into this. Damn, fuck, that came out of nowhere. Let's get right into it. So, for the first fight on the card, we have Kalida Segula versus Pashila Kashwera. Now I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I don't know. I know Pashila Kashwera. You know what I'm saying. I know she's dog shit. So I'm automatically, like, every time I've, like, thought about Pashila Kashwera, I thought, damn, she's just no good. So I'm probably going to go with Claudia Segula. I've never seen her fight Claudia Segula, and I already know she's a better fighter. But if let's look at the fight, like last few fights that these girls had. In all seriousness, yeah, getting knocked out in the first round is crazy. I'm going Claudia Segula by a KO. So yeah, and the odds are $1.65 for Claudia, and Pashwila is $2.20. For the next fight, we have Moin Gusarov and Jacob Wicklatz. This is strange because I'm pretty sure the last time I saw Minran Gurov was like a year ago, wasn't he? Jacob Wicklatz, if you don't know who Jacob Wicklatz is, he beat Patchy Mix in a very, very close decision. I'm gonna be crafty. I'm gonna choose Jacob Wicklatz. He didn't look super impressive in his fight, but I have a feeling like he's gonna show a lot more in this fight. His jiu-jitsu game's really good, so I'm gonna go Jacob Wicklatz by submission. I'm sorry. My Muin Gurov is $1.60, while Jacob Wicklatz is $2.20. So yeah. And for the next fight, we have Wang Kong versus Eduardo Mora. Underrated matchmaking. So if you look at the both girls, Eduardo Mora, she's 12-1, and she's only lost to Gabriela Fernandez, who is alright, but that was kind of like a throw up submission. No, wait, sorry. Denise Gomez, which was a throw up submission. I was reading on Wang Kong's thing. And for Wang Kong, man, like, she literally got caught with a surprise submission. She got caught with she nearly got KO'd, and then she got caught with a submission. But besides that, she's gone really good. She's been a bit like hesitant fighting some of these girls, so it's really hard. But Eduardo Mora did beat Lauren Murphy. Lauren Murphy was a top 5 flyweight. But I gotta go Wang Kong. Wang Kong, like, she's beaten Bruna Brazil. She beat Valentina Shevchenko early in her kickboxing career, so I'm gonna go Wang Kong by a decision TKO. So yeah. The odds for that, this is $1.26 for Wang Kong, and Eduardo Mora is $3.90. And for the next fight, I actually don't, gonna be honest, do not know who Gianni Vasquez is. But Basharat, I'm reading this wrong. It says in my thing Saeed Nurmagomedov, but I think he pulled out, so I don't think we don't have much on this fight, but I'm just going to choose Javid Basharat. I think that's the smart pick. Unconfirmed fight though, so yeah, I'm going to go Javid Basharat regardless. But for the next fight, we have Bruna Brazil versus Caitlin Souza. Caitlin Souza, she's looked fucking very average in all her fights. She's lost the last two just by decision. Yeah, losing to Piero Rodriguez and friggin' Angela Hill is not good in 2025. So and Bruno Brazil won her last fight, so I'm gonna go Bruno Brazil by a decision. The odds are $2.30 for Bruno Brazil and Caitlin Souza $1.60. Okay. And for the next fight on the card, Nikolai Veneternikov versus Nico Price. If you don't know who Veneternikov is, I'm pretty sure he came out of PFL of Bellator. um, he's had a lot of mixed success in the welterweight division. Am I reading the same bloke? I swear Veneternikov was really good in Bellator or some shit. There you go. This is a pick'em. So Veneternikov is apparently a bunch of losses. He got KO'd by Vanderford, beat Prado, but Prado's the bottom of welterweight, and then lost to Julio Seriano, who's bottom of welterweight. And Nico Price pulled a fucking decision out of his butt over Alex Morono. His last two losses was Jacoby Smith. But he looked good in the Jacoby Smith fight, which is strange. And Themba Garimbo. They went to a decision. Holy shit, I'm gonna go Nico Price. And the last time I can't remember the last time I chose Nico Price. So yeah, I'm gonna go Nico Price by either TKO or decision. Wow, they really putting the odds on Nikolai Veretennikov. Nikolai's $1.30 and Nico Price is $3.20. I thought Nikolai was a Bellator guy. There you go. But speaking of bullshit on the card, what is this card? Because it's good and bad at the same time. Why'd I go to Alex Morono? But it's good and bad at the same time. We have Alex Morono, one of the worst welterweights to come across the division. He looked horrible in his last, all these last few fights. His last win was Court McGee. That was Alex Morono's last win. He lost to Carlos Leal. He sucks. He lost to D-Rod. He lost to Nico Price. That's all I'm saying. And Danil Dunchenko, what I'm reading here is his first win was September 2025 by knockout. I'm going to go Danil Dunchenko by knockout because Moreno is just fucking terrible. And for the knockout for Dunchenko, it's $1.60. So yeah, I could expect that. And for the next fight, the first fight, the main card's really good for a fight night. We have Dustin Jacoby, who was supposed to fight Jimmy Crute in Sydney, is fighting Julius Walker. Dustin Jacoby is a really crafty vet. He's won his last two. He knocked out Bruno Lopez and Vitor Petrino. Those are crazy. Those are decent wins. He lost to Dominic Reyes, and I think he got robbed in the Alonzo Menifield fight years back. But if we look at his last two fights, I think Dustin Jacoby just looks so much better than Julius Walker. Julius Walker beat Rafael Kakera, and Rafael Kakera was 0-4 in the UFC. So I'm going Dustin Jacoby by a KO. Dustin Jacoby's $1.50 and Julius Walker's $2.50. So yeah, I feel like Dustin's going to get a nice knockout and then he's going to try and fight his way back into the rankings. So yeah, this should be a good fight. And for the next fight, we have Jean Massamoto versus Farid Basharat. This is a real contender sort of fight, who's going to get into the rankings sort of fight. I think sorry. Just so fucking coffee lately. Jean Massamoto, he I get him confused with another prospect, and he's another Brazilian. But his just list of wins haven't looked that great. Like, he lost to Rob Font. All up and comers lose to Rob Font. And his last win was Miles Johns, which Miles Johns is not the greatest opponent, but he beat Brad Katona by decision. You go into the decision with Brad Katona is crazy in 2025. And for Farad Bashrat, yes, he's going to decision most of his fights, but his list of opponents are 10 times better. Chris Gutierrez, who is considered like a decent prospect. Victor Hugo, who isn't half bad. And Taylor Lapalus, I don't know who that guy is, but I'm just saying, I think Farad Bashrat's list of wins have looked better. He's undefeated. And I think this is a true test for the both of them. But I'm going Farad Bashrat by a crafty decision. Farad Bashrat's $1.30, while Jean Masimoto is $3.30. So yeah, we should book it. And for why is this on the main card? I don't understand this. We have Michael Olajaychek versus Mark Andre Barriel. So, I want to talk about really, really good matchmaking, but shouldn't be on this card. It should be on this card, but it just shouldn't be this far up. So, Michael Olajaychek, he's won his last 2 fights, but he was on a crazy losing streak before that. But his last 2 KOs are like the 2 worst middleweights, Sariq Dumas and Gerald Mishat. And then, mind you, he was fighting the top middleweights, Sharon Magomedov, Kevin Holland, Michelle Pereira. That's tough to deal with. While Marc Andre Barriel, he's gone to war with basically all his fights. He had a real good it was a pretty fun fight with Shara Magomedov. Then he knocked out Bruno Silva, but he's losing to Dustin Stolfus, which is crazy. Oh, I hate this fight. I don't like the idea. I'm gonna choose Mike Olajaychek. I don't really rate the Olajaychek brothers, but for this fight, I'm gonna have to go Olajaychek. Not super confident, but the fight says Mike Olajaychek's $1.20, while Marc Andre Barriel is $4.10. Maybe sprinkle some money for Marc Andre Barriel by the KO. So yeah, it's good. It's a okay fight, I guess. And for the next fight, they keep feeding Rizvan Kuniev these top guys in the middle. I don't know what the idea is. Do you want Rizvan to be a top 5 fighter for some reason? Anyway, we have Gelatin Almeida, since he got robbed by Volkov, even though it was a totally deserved robbery, over Rizvan Kuniev, who could have honestly won against Curtis Blades. See, this is a really hard fight because I haven't seen Rizvan Kuniev fight outside the UFC, and his striking's really good. So, this is really weird matchmaking. I don't know why they've made this. But I think, to put it short, I think Gelatin Almeida by smudge. Legitimately, he's just going to smudge him out. Unless Rizvan can get some striking off. He's a pretty plotty striker. So I'm going to go Gelatin Almeida by a 3-round smudge. And the odds are $1.60 to Rizvan Kuniev, who's $2.30. Yeah, it's fair. Some of the odds on this card really doesn't make sense in my eyes. But for the next fight, the co-main event, this is, like I said, this main card's pretty banger. But yeah, for the co-main, we have Amir Albazi vs Koji Horiguchi. I do love that they're trying to get Koji Horiguchi a top matchup after he dominated Tagir. Holy heck. So, Amir Albazi, I know him. He lost to Moreno in his last fight, if I'm not wrong. If it fucking loads. Yep. So basically, Amir Albazi, he got dominated by Moreno. Hasn't fought since 2024. Should have lost that Kai France fight. And then he fought fucking no ones. He literally fought no ones, and he's a top 6 ranked fighter, and Kyoji Horiguchi has literally been fighting the top of the top of like flyweight in the world. In the world. Like, so if we look at see, like, if I look at the Tapology, his last fight was Tagir Ulanbekov, and he dominated Tagir and then just submitted him. So in saying that, I'm gonna go to Kyoji Horiguchi by a TKO or submission. Kyoji Horiguchi's $1.25, and Amir Abazi's $4.20. And if you wanna sprinkle something in, Kyoji Horiguchi by KO is $7. Crikey. So that could be a good bet. And lost my train of thought. So yeah, I'm choosing Kyoji Horiguchi. He's just fought better competition, even though he's had a few losses outside of the UFC. It was literally to bantamweights. So yeah. And for the last fight on the card, Mario Bautista versus Vinicius Olivera. This dude looks like what do you call him? He looks like a voodoo doll. That's what he looks like. Looks like the human version of a voodoo doll. Anyway, we have Mario Bautista versus Vinicius Olivera. This is interesting matchmaking. I did not think of this matchup ever in my life until now. Here's the thing. Vinicius Olivera is on a great win streak. But who's it against? Kyler Phillips and Said Nurmagomedov. Yes, he had two decent decisions. The more I look at it, it's not like Vinicius Olivera's... Like, these last 3 wins are pretty good, man. He had a good decision over Ricky Simone, Said Nurmagomedov, and Kyler Phillips. Those are actually really good wins. But he got tired in the Kyler Phillips fight. While Mario Bautista, he's been like... The people he's beaten is like... Not the same level, but it's just that bit above. And he had a pretty decent fight with Umar, even though he lost that fight, Bautista. So, I think this is a hard main event, because I could see Vinicius sliming him out. I think... I'm going to be honest. I think Mario Bautista, by a smudge decision, is like the honest truth. He could like hold him against the fence, try and get him down. Because Vinicius ain't going to go for like takedowns. He's going to try and strike and be heavy. And I don't know how that's going to last throughout a 5-round fight. But yeah, listen. Overall, this... I'll do the odds, sorry. It's $1.60 for Mario Bautista and $2.40 for Vinicius Olivera. But anyway, listen. This ain't half bad for a fight night. It's actually like... I kind of appreciate this for just an Apex fight night. It's pretty like not mid. I'd say it's a 7 out of 10, especially for the Apex. But yeah, listen, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. Come to the Instagram. I haven't been posting too much lately, but I'll post every now and then. So yeah, but please like and subscribe, and thanks. I'll see you all later. Bye.